Hello, David here. Quite a few people are reaching out and asking about the program called The Learning Place. There will be a link in the description below if you want to find out more about it. But The Learning Place is really designed to help people sharpen their mind to learn. Recently, I had a client hire me to guide them through the Learning Place process. He came all the way from Australia. His name is Brett. This was several months or several weeks ago, about a month ago actually. And so I reached out to him through Skype to just have him describe what's been different and how this has been so dramatic and so life changing for him. What's been going on since you got back to from the Learning Place and you're now back in Melbourne?
I've just been working on my plan, and
Okay.
yeah, I've worked on the plan and doing like taking action on the plan, and I've been
Okay.
learning a lot. I'm very motivated to learn, so I've been really focused on studying.
And what have you noticed about your study and learning?
A lot more clearer thought.
Hmm.
Uh, I've definitely noticed I'm learning a lot quicker, and I've noticed it's a lot more automatic. Like a lot of skills that I would have to normally consciously think of, I'm doing automatically.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, which is amazing. Which is which is really great. Like I'm doing things that I've never sometimes I do things that I've learned, but like with the skill, sometimes I'll do it straight away, which sort of defies logic. It's like normally you think of a skill that you have to take a long time to develop, but skateboarding, for example,
Yeah.
I've done a lot of tricks that like I've just never tried before, and I just straight away. It's very strange. Very strange.
So you watch it on a video and you sort of run it through your head and you go out and all of a sudden it's a lot easier than you imagine.
Yep, definitely.
Wow, that's amazing. Since this is something that I want to share with other people, what would you recommend for anyone who wanted to do the learning place? What would you recommend they sort of how they start? You know, you I guess you could start by just talking about how you found me. You'd had several of my books and you just decided to do it. But how did you prepare and for it when you had to travel all the way from Australia to the United States?
Yeah, a lot of planning. I'd put forward a lot of planning. I'd definitely practice a lot of self hypnosis. I think that would help a lot. Doing a lot of self hypnosis beforehand. Like if you think of going under hypnosis itself as a skill,
Hmm.
yeah, doing a lot of that beforehand. Um,
Yeah.
I was
On
a
that
little nervous
note,
at the beginning, but
yeah, go
yeah,
ahead. You were a little nervous.
yeah, at the beginning, but after the first 2 days, like everything changed. It was amazing after that. Like,
That's perfect. You mentioned doing self hypnosis. One of the things I have sort of implemented with the people who do the learning place now is I give them that super somnambulist training uh, course to practice doing hypnosis for themselves. And you said you already did that. You had already gotten through it and done it.
yeah, I use that a lot, and so I've actually used that before to like change beliefs and whatnot.
Very good. Very good.
That tra- that worked really well for me.
If someone were committing to this, what would you recommend?
I'd definitely say just do it. I think it's an amazing investment. I think it's a great investment to yourself. But I'd say yeah, definitely give yourself enough time to get there and everything. Just be very organized. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what else. Maybe really good communication with you is probably
That's certainly one of the things I try and do, keep in touch and make sure you're preparing and doing all the things that are necessary. Essentially, this whole process, I'm only the tour guide during the whole thing. You got to do all the heavy lifting. So what was great about it is how well you really committed right from the start. And you did demonstrate yourself to be a really good hypnosis subject. I think that was because you had done some self-hypnosis and you'd gone through those courses. That certainly made a big difference. It made it incredibly easy for me that you did that. So I would definitely recommend that as well.
Oh,
So since
it
we're
felt really easy for me. I felt like I didn't have to do any work at all. It went so quickly.
well, that's perfect. Yeah, I can imagine it's sort of when you look back. Do you have much memory of it? I mean, we did a lot of hypnosis, but
You know,
what happened?
this is very strange because when I look back, I can sort of only very vaguely remember 3 sessions. I can tell you that I think I've only been under hypnosis 3 times, but yeah. And
Wow.
also, when I look back, I remember you used the hypnosis to make me hallucinate. When I look back, I remember this. The more I think back on the learning place, the more I remember this hallucination. It's very strange. Yeah, it's a very
That's
strange
great.
feeling. Yeah, I have. I remember I told you I got this strange feeling on the second day. It was like I felt like I was like myself, like really myself,
Mhm.
more than I've ever been before. I've been getting this really strange feeling of. It's a feeling of when you come home. Have you ever, when you first get home from like a trip or from like a long journey? I've been getting this
Yeah.
feeling a lot. It's a nice feeling.
It's just
But
like
also, one thing I
it
wish
sounds
I
like where you need to be. It's like coming home and it's like everything's right.
Yeah, that's exactly the feeling. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Oh,
exactly what
good.
I'm trying to describe. But I think this program is an amazing thing. I think you're doing a really good thing for people. Yeah,
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
yeah. Like
All
I
right.
said, I feel like I haven't done much work at all. I feel like learning is much easier, and I've been doing the scan.
Just so for those people who might be learning it, there's this technique where you basically flip the pages very quickly and sort of take a photograph of them in your mind, and you just do it very rhythmically with the assumption you're just going to absorb it. What have you noticed in doing that?
I've actually noticed my mind tingles, like my brain tingles a lot while I'm doing that process. And I've noticed when I do, I get really hungry when after doing that process. I feel like I
Wow.
have a lot of information when I do that. And
Yeah.
I have noticed if I read the book consciously afterwards, that I read it so much easily, like so much easier than what I would if I hadn't have done that process.
Well, keep up the great work. What are you going to be doing today? This is what, like it's about 4:30 in the morning where you're at. What's your
Yeah,
plan? It's Sunday, right?
it is Sunday. I worked yesterday, so today's day one of my 2 day weekend. I've got a lot of study to do on the plan. I'm really motivated to study at the moment. I feel like I've developed this new skill, so it's like it's really exciting.
Awesome. Awesome. That's wonderful. Keep me
Yeah,
posted. Yeah. It's an adventure when you learn this, everything starts to change.
yeah, yeah. I've noticed a
Okay.
lot of positive changes in my life.
All right. Very good.
And that is it. I want to thank
Brett for giving some time and permission to record the interview. And of course, if you have any questions about the Learning Place, do your research, read the information about it, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. I would love to work with you. Just so you know, this is a 3-day process. There is a pretty big financial commitment behind it, but you do get a huge amount of benefit. So I'd love to talk. Call, contact me, send me an email. I'll be happy to answer any questions.